The Book of Enoch and the books of Maccabees are ancient texts that have sparked considerable interest among scholars and religious communities alike. Both works offer unique perspectives on Jewish history, theology, and apocalyptic visions, setting them apart from other biblical writings. Despite their significance, these books were excluded from most biblical canons, leading to ongoing curiosity and debate about their content and influence. Their omission has prompted questions about the criteria used for canonization and the broader implications for understanding religious tradition and history. The Book of Enoch is attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, yet scholars have determined that it was actually written centuries after his time by unknown authors. This makes the book pseudepigraphical, meaning it falsely claims authorship by a notable figure to lend it authority. Such a practice raised significant doubts among religious leaders about the book's authenticity and its claim to divine inspiration. Because the true origins of the text were unclear, many questioned whether its teachings could be trusted as part of sacred scripture. These concerns played a major role in its exclusion from most biblical canons. The Book of Enoch stands out for its distinctive theological ideas, many of which diverge from mainstream Jewish and Christian teachings. Among its most notable concepts are detailed accounts of fallen angels who descend to earth and impart forbidden knowledge to humanity. The text also introduces a pre-incarnate Son of Man figure, a messianic character with divine attributes, which was not widely accepted in early Jewish thought. These themes were considered problematic because they conflicted with established doctrines and raised questions about the nature of angels, sin, and redemption. As a result, religious authorities viewed the book's theology as inconsistent with canonical scripture, contributing to its exclusion from the biblical canon. During the Second Temple period, Jewish society was marked by a diversity of religious sects, each with its own beliefs and sacred writings. Groups like the Essenes, Pharisees, and Sadducees often disagreed on which texts should be considered authoritative. The Roman conquest and subsequent occupation of Judea added further tension, as religious leaders became wary of writings that could be seen as politically subversive or that challenged established norms. In this climate, texts associated with unorthodox groups or controversial ideas, such as the Book of Enoch, were more likely to be suppressed or excluded from the developing biblical canon. The interplay between religious diversity and political pressure played a significant role in shaping which scriptures were ultimately preserved. The process of canonization involved careful deliberation by religious authorities to decide which texts would be considered part of the official biblical canon. Several criteria guided these decisions, including the authenticity of a text's authorship, its consistency with established doctrine, and its widespread acceptance among faith communities. Texts attributed to well-known prophets or apostles were more likely to be included, while those with uncertain origins or controversial teachings faced greater scrutiny. Theological alignment with existing beliefs was essential, as was the text's historical use in worship and teaching. Over time, these factors shaped the collection of writings that form the Bible as we know it today. The Book of Enoch played a notable role in shaping the beliefs of various Gnostic movements, which often embraced ideas diverging from mainstream Christian doctrine. Its detailed accounts of angelic hierarchies, cosmic mysteries, and a pre-incarnate Son of Man resonated with Gnostic themes of hidden knowledge and spiritual ascent. This close association with unorthodox teachings made religious authorities wary of its influence. As a result, the Book of Enoch was viewed as doctrinally problematic and ultimately excluded from the biblical canon. Its legacy, however, continued to inspire alternative spiritual traditions long after its official rejection. The books of Maccabees were excluded from the Jewish canon primarily due to their late composition, as they were written after the core texts of the Hebrew Bible had already been established. These books recount the events of the Maccabean revolt, which took place in the 2nd century BCE a period well after the traditional timeline for scriptural inclusion. Additionally, the political climate of the time played a significant role. As Jewish religious leaders sought to solidify their traditions and identity under foreign rule, they were cautious about incorporating newer works that reflected recent political struggles. This combination of timing and political sensitivity ultimately led to the omission of the books of Maccabees from the Jewish canon. The exclusion of the Book of Enoch and the books of Maccabees from most biblical canons resulted from a complex interplay of factors. Questions about authorship and authenticity, particularly the pseudepigraphical nature of Enoch, led to doubts about their divine inspiration. Theological concerns also played a role, as these texts introduced ideas and narratives that diverged from mainstream religious teachings. Political influences, such as the desire to avoid texts associated with unorthodox groups or seen as subversive, further contributed to their omission. Ultimately, the canonization process favored works with widespread acceptance and doctrinal consistency, leaving these books outside the official canon. For more on this and other exhilarating content, like, follow, and share.